Hi, Lorinka.
Hi, Melinda. Ooh,
How
like an
are you?
echo. I'm doing good. Is the sound okay?
Yeah, is it okay?
Okay, good. Very good.
Welcome to the Global Virtual Summit 2025.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before going to our session, I would like to introduce you to our audience.
Okay.
Coach Lauren is a seasoned health expert with 30 years of service. Is in the United States Air Force, specializes in helping retired military women reclaim their vitality and achieve optimal health. She guides clients through a 12-week transformation using her three core pillars: revitalized nutrition, joyful movement, and personalized health strategies. Her hands on military experience and data driven, holistic approach set her apart in the wellness space. As a published author of Optimal Health for Military Veterans and Defining Your Greatness, she empowers women to live medication free, active lives. Lauren works is deeply rooted in education management, quality assurance, and military training expertise. That was a great bio and journey, Lorenka, and stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Melinda. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you all, sharing in this space. And I must, so far with this day and a half of events of people presenting, how amazed I am with how the world has now begun to shift into an alignment. Every presenter has basically looked at how we can look inward to improve ourselves and our connections with the world. So before we start, I'd like each of you to, as long as you're in a safe space, just close your eyes for a moment or just soften your gaze. Take in a deep breath, fill your abdomen, and as you breathe out long and slow, just sink your shoulders and your body into the seat, or if you're standing, just feel your body just sink into the space that you're in. And imagine this. You wake up feeling rested. Your shoulders aren't carrying the weight of the world. Your mind is clearer and your body feels lighter, not just physically, but emotionally too. You're breathing deeper, smiling more, and for the first time in a long time, you feel like you again. Now slowly open your eyes. Now just think about this. This is the kind of shift I'd like for everyone to experience. My name is Lorraine Cuff. I am a primal health coach, Air Force veteran, and the author of Defining Your Greatness and Optimal Health, speaker, and a retreat guide. So let me just share my presentation here.
Yeah, yeah, Lorenka, do you want to present
Yes,
your screen?
yes,
Uh,
I can present it.
yeah, yeah, go with your
Okay,
presentation.
all right, thank you very much. All right, and I'm the woman behind the Reset movement. I've dedicated this chapter of my life, after retiring of 30 years after the Air Force, with helping women reconnect with their health and energy. And it all started with my own story. And that story is myself as a young girl. I was faced with daily battles, headaches, stomach pain, if I didn't eat my first meal by 8 o'clock in the morning or a snack by 10 a.m. What I didn't know then was that these symptoms were due to a condition called hypoglycemia, a condition that to this day, my mother experiences this due to her own beliefs and addictions. Hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, occurs when glucose levels in the blood drop below what is considered healthy. And it's more than just feeling angry. I don't know if any of you remember the Betty White commercials where she came out like a real rugged player. And as soon as she ate a chocolate bar, she would be the sweet, innocent Betty White that we knew over the years. Well, it can present itself with a myriad of symptoms, including shaking, sweating, confusion, severe headaches, abdominal pain, discomforts, and even debilitating health conditions. For me, these symptoms became a regular part of my life. It impacted my school, going to college. It impacted me in my work environment. But I did my best to manage these symptoms, both in healthy and unhealthy options. And I paid the price for that. Now, growing up in a Jamaican household, for those of you familiar with Jamaica, I was surrounded by rich cultural influences, strong, resilient women who taught me the value of perseverance, of pushing through no matter what. But there was also the unspoken pressure to keep going, to be a pillar of strength, and even when my body was crying for help. Our diet was full of traditional foods, delicious, but often high in carbohydrates. After 30 years of military service, I knew how to be strong for everyone else. But when the uniform came off, I was left asking, what now? The weight gain, the fatigue, the fog. I didn't feel like myself. And I realized that I had spent decades caring for others while putting my own well-being on hold. And I'm sure if any of you, if this sounds familiar to any of you, type me in the chat so we can help me connect with those of you in the audience who have basically for years, whether as health educators, nurses, even in the home, put everyone else before our own self-needs. It's like putting on that gas mask first is always important. Well, whether you've served, raised families, led teams, or simply held everyone else together, you're likely done it all while ignoring your own needs. We get so used to being tired, we call it normal. We joke about our belly fat and call it menopause or just aging. In the military, anything that was, any discomforts that we had as females, we were told to suck it up, buttercup, right? We think that if we could just eat less or move more, we'd feel better. And if you agree with that, right, that it's not that simple, type not in the chat. What I've learned is your body is not broken. It's just been asking for support. The fact that our bodies are individual entities of expression. We are not cut of the same cloth. Yes, we're all women. Yes, we all age. But depending on the environment that we're in, our personal outcomes are different. And if we do not allow others to engage with us as an individual expression, we're missing out on a lot that could heal us or to keep us well. You are the total sum of what you eat, what you're exposed to, and what the food you're exposed to is exposed to. The level of stress you experience or the joy at any given time can impact you. And of course, the level of movement that you do day in and day out. Especially for those of us, like myself, who have gone through leadership, we have had lives where our movement every day was a lot. We did more walking, we didn't probably drive as much because we worked on the floor, maybe in a factory or wherever we worked, we were getting up, getting things done. But as we become leaders, as we become entrepreneurs, our lives become more sedentary. And that has its impact on us also. And when we neglect to take the time beyond the occasional doctor visits and truly look within, that neglect overlooks our individual needs. Now, my healing didn't come from another diet. Because I've done quite a few of those, I'm sure many of you have too. In fact, if you can type in the chat any type of diet that you've actually done, Jenny Craig, or just fasting, eating nothing but vegetables, eating nothing but carbs, fruit or juice diet, thinking that that would impact you for a long term when you only get short-term results. All right? For me, it came from learning how to listen to my body. And this was through breath work, better nutrition, movement, and stress management. Now, this is where reset, renew, and reclaim comes in. The reset ecosystem is a space for women to reconnect with themselves. And it started with my 21-day reboot and reset program, and now includes self-paced programs, group coaching, and digital tools. At this current time, my signature event is my Reset and Renew and Reclaim retreats. It's a one-day wellness reset for women 45 plus, currently hosted in the Garden State of New Jersey. And here's the beauty. Sometimes it only takes one intentional day. No plane ride tickets, no big planning, no guilt of family or work. Because quite often, and you may all agree with me, that when we plan these big vacations, we're still worrying about what's going on at the job, how the kid's doing, how's the husband that we left home because he doesn't know how to keep the house in check. So taking one day to reset more frequently sometimes pays off really, really big. But those opportunities need to present themselves to us. All it would take is one intentional day to return to yourself. And we've designed this to be accessible. It's a one-day retreat with an overnight stay where you can truly unplug and exhale and reconnect without stress. At the retreat, you would experience gentle breath work, movement to calm your nervous system, workshops on metabolism, hormones, and resilience, journaling, the benefits of journaling, meditation to reconnect your inner voice, discovering whole foods that support your energy and hormonal balance, and of course, a sacred space, our circle of women who understand your path. This isn't a spa day, it's a life reset, wrapped in community, science, and soul. There is something profoundly healing about being heard and seen and held by women who understand your journey, not just from sympathy, but from lived experience. And that's the power of the Reset community. In this Reset ecosystem, you're not alone in your healing. You're surrounded by a circle of women who have also pushed through, held it together, and are now ready to reclaim what they've lost along the way. We can come together, whether for a retreat, a conversation, a breath, or we just want to reset us individually. We rise collectively when we focus on ourselves. This community is a soul for the Reset movement, supportive, judgment-free, and simply affirming. This retreat is intentionally designed to be small, no more than about 12 women at a time, so that every voice is heard, every experience is honored, and no one gets lost in the crowd. It's not about filling a room, it's about creating a circle. In this intimate setting, real transformation happens. You'll have space to breathe and connect, reflect with the noise and reflect without the noise of packed schedules at most retreats and no large group dynamics. The power of this retreat is intimacy, where deep connection, trust, healing can unfold naturally. Now, if your body's been whispering, or maybe even shouting for that matter, that something needs to change, it's your craving clarity, calm, and connection without the commitment of a week-long getaway, then this is your sign. The Reset Retreat is your space, your time, your turn. Let's create a moment where you're not just surviving, but thriving. If this speaks to you, then connect with me at 𝐿orraineCuff.com, and I'd love to hold a seat for you. Or let's make plans to bring this experience to a location near you. I'd like to thank you. And if anyone has any questions, you can also look in the resource, and you will have access to my website where you can download a copy of my Operation Wellness ebook. And I also have a poll, if you all can, let me publish this. Here we go. If you all can respond to the question in the poll. And like I said, any questions at all, I'm here for you to respond. What a opportunity to reset and connect with our community of women who are looking for wellness. Is everyone seeing the poll?
Yeah, Lauren.
Yes. Let me undo the share. Yes.
Thank you, Lauren. We are truly honored to have you with us throughout the incredible journey over the past year. Your consistent presence and powerful insights and inspiring talks have left a lasting impact on our global community. Thank you for your unwavering support and dedication. We look forward to your continued participation and can't wait to welcome you again at our upcoming events. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. We received a thoughtful question from the audience that we love to share with you.
Okay, thank you. I'm ready to hear them.
What does self-care look like for you today?
So self-care for me, I make it a habit of trying to get to bed as early as I possibly can to maximize my rest, because the more that you get in deep sleep, the better it is for your ability to impact your system, so that your stress levels are down, your cortisol levels are down, getting up in the morning and just embracing the sunlight. I focus on the foods that I eat, making sure that they're nutritionally dense and benefit my body. And I avoid, unfortunately, I always like my little treats every now and then, but I make an effort to avoid those things that are just fillers that don't do anything for my body. So there is less stress. There is the nutrition side, eating the right types of food. And lastly is getting in movement. Every morning I join a group of friends and I do a 2 to 3 mile walk, because movement doesn't mean stress and working out at high impact. It's movement that appeals to you as an individual, finding what works for you and not following everybody else's routes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer all my questions. And
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. Please stay on the backstage and join the next session.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye now.